I'm just going to paint this picture, and you can watch me how I paint it, so give you some general idea on how to paint your own paintings. And of course paper towels to wipe my paint brushes with. So Huntley, I've been there a few times, and yeah, let me show you some photographs of Huntley so you get to know what the place looks like. Not much to see, is there? But it doesn't matter. To me, it has a significant value, and there's a lot of historical value in the area to a lot of people. And little houses that run along the main road there are railway homes where drivers and people who worked on the railways would live. And my father would stay there as well, because he was an engine driver back in the early days. So I'm going to do an outline here of Huntley, not the township, but just let's see where this takes me. I actually might do the Merry Waikato, not Merry, Waikato River there, and I might put the power station in the background and some clouds and some hills, and yeah. So I'll just do an outline. I'm going to put my paintbrush into some brown, and let's draw an outline of what I'm going to paint. New Zealand seems to have, or I know seems to have, has a lot of amazing places to go and explore. And the thing I like about New Zealand is there's nothing there that can hurt you. So if you go in the bush or travel or walk in the fields, there's nothing there to bite you. No snakes, spiders, ticks, nothing. And you can lay on the grass. We have mosquitoes and all that, but nothing worth worrying about. But I'm going to draw or outline the riverbed, and let's draw the other side of the river. I'm going to try and draw this straight because I don't want to draw it on a lean. It will look like the water's running off the water will run off the painting. It'll make your, when you look at it, uneasy to look at. You don't want that. So I'm just trying to, I wish I had a reference picture to work from, but there's no challenge in that, is there? So let's draw the power station. I don't know how many funnels it's got, maybe it's got 3. Hydro power station to generate electricity for the region. Now, I believe it's run by coal. Not safe for the environment, but they might have a new system involved. Sorry, a new system that's being developed to make it more eco-friendly. But I'm just trying to imagine what the power station looks like, and I'll leave it at that. Now, it's only a quick demonstration. It's not a precise or one of my best pieces of work. I leave all my best pieces of work that I do for Instagram. So I'm blocking in at the moment a background of some sky. Now you can leave areas plain white to represent the clouds, and most people who do watercolors do this. So yes, I'm painting with acrylics. So there we go. Let's run it through there. I'm going to paint the water part here a darker, like a navy blue colour, because I'm going to be adding some lighter colour over the top. Maybe I can add that there like that. Okay, and let's add in some of these bushes through here. Because in NZ, New Zealand, there are a lot of trees. A lot of trees, bushes, birds, plants, insects. And I'll make some plants on the other side of here. Now there's no mountains in this area. Well, there's some mountains in the background, but they're very far away. And in this direction, you're heading towards the west coast. And this river here is very long. It runs right through from Taupo all the way. Waikato out towards the sea. So I'm going to change my colour and make this bush here a different colour. I'm just dabbing my brush to give it some character, and let's put some trees and bushes through here. It's like an industrial area. It's a place where people go and work and make money. Nothing. There's not really a lot to see as in prettiness. There's a lot of farm area. It's quite a big area, of course. Now, this here, I'll put some brown across the bottom here, see the soil. Some soil here. And maybe some soil across here as well. Soil there. I mean, this picture is really different, isn't it? It's really, it's not what I normally paint, but now I need to paint some grey. So I don't have any grey on me, so I'm going to mix a bit of white, a bit of this dark grey, and I believe the funnels are orange. I'll add the detail in later. Now there's another power station. There's along this on the same area. But it's been decommissionized. It was very old and historical, and it has the same sort of features, but it was really rustic looking, and you could see cables where little buckets of coal was delivered to this place. And I'll see if I can find some old pictures of that as well to share with you. So I have no idea what this power station looks like exactly, because like I said, I should have looked at a reference photo first before I proceeded in this, but it doesn't matter. I have no orange. I have to get some orange. And these are very tall. And do I have any orange? Let's get some orange. We certainly need some orange for these chimneys. I couldn't find any orange, so I'm gonna use some red and some yellow to make some orange up. So I'm just mixing up some red and some orange, and that way I can orange here. Let's make these a little taller, eh? To be honest, I don't even know if these are orange or not. I'm just guessing. Maybe they are. Now, if you haven't had a chance, go and have a look at my Instagram page or channel and have a look at the art in which I've painted, because you'll get to see what I do. So there we go. And follow me on there if you like. Let's maybe let's add another funnel on top of here. Maybe this is what it does look like. Maybe, I don't know. And let's put some windows. Along here. Now I'm painting on an angle, so it's very hard to get everything looking straight, because I'm trying to not block you from seeing what I'm painting. So I'm going to paint this part here white, because I hadn't cleaned my paintbrush, so it's turned grey. Doesn't matter. And fill in the details later. I'm not sure how much power this power station generates. But we have a lot of hydro and electric dams and power stations around New Zealand because we have a lot of water. It's an ideal place because there's lots of flow of water going through, and I guess this power station needs to be cooled down. And they have races, canoe races up and down here as well. So let's put some highlights in these trees over here. And talk about trees, I want to show you something. The family had a plant that they carried with them from one house to another, from Basnair to Istanbul and so on, for 40 years. So this plant was over 40 years old. I think it's a grandmother's tongue plant, so you sort of understand what sort of plant it was. It was very tall, almost 6 meters high, but our cat decided to dig under the roots of it, and she'd been doing it for quite a while, and the plant slowly gave up and it died. Couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, why is our cat digging this plant? I think she was just fascinated because of the long leaves used to flap around, and anything that moves she wants to play with. So we had it in the corner of the room, and I guess we didn't get to see the plant very well until one day we saw it and it was dead. So I cut the pieces, the leaves, in strips, and I put 4 of them in a jar, and I put another 4 in another jar, and I put water in there, of course, and I left it, adding water when it needed it, for months. And one jar dried up. I actually didn't notice and had them sitting here in the art room. But 2 of the leaves managed to grow roots underneath the leaves. So I eventually put them in the ground, it was not in the ground, in a pot with new soil. And I watered it and waited, and it was not until 2 months later, maybe a bit longer, I started to see sprouts coming up, and I was so rapt. Sprouts! I created life, that's right. I saved the plant, so it still continues to grow, and I have to show you it. Well, so here's the plant. See the sprouts coming up. There's no one there, and the little one going in between there. Yeah, so I showed Benna, and we're stoked, because this was her mother's favourite plant, and they had this for over 40 years. It died, and I cut the leaves and put them in a pot, and eventually it started to sprout. Now, you're talking about almost 5 months to get to this stage. It happened in November last year. Incredible. So the painting in which I'm doing now seems to have a cartoon feel about it, but never mind. I like illustration very much. And what's very important when it comes to art is you need to be happy. That's right. Can't paint anything if you aren't happy. Being happy is what it's all about. And that's why art is unique, because everyone paints differently. Everyone has their own styles. So I'm just putting in some patterns here. I could use another paintbrush and dab on the colour there, which I might do right now. So let's try some of this green again and dab on the colour, but I'm not going to dab it all in one place. I'm just going to move my paintbrush around to give it some form. If you have any paintings which you would like to share with me, send them on my Instagram in DM and I'll put them on my YouTube post to share or Instagram. So let us know, because I'm always loving to see other people's artwork. So yeah, so I'm just moving my paintbrush around and creating a bush-like tree, which I'm quite liking. And I'll do the same over here. And maybe I had a bit of yellow in there. Bit of yellow, change the colour. And maybe put another tree in front of this one. Okay. I'll wait for it to dry before I can add another colour on top of there. Now with this water, I'm going to add a lighter blue in there. A lighter blue in there. Like so. And let's make the sky dark and mysterious, okay? Let's add some darkness in the top here. Some rain clouds coming through. I love dark skies. Absolutely love them. And I love seeing and hearing the rain. I guess if you're getting rain constantly all the time, I guess your heart will be seeking for sunny shine and clear blue skies. We've had some hot weather here, so I guess that's why I'm seeking for rain. through here. Through here like this. Add a bit of grey and blue through here. Sometimes when you paint you think, oh, what have I done? What have I done? You think you've made a mistake and it doesn't look good, but never give up, because sometimes you can pull it off and you can bring a painting together. When I'm doing my normal paintings, I like to paint, or do my best, and if I'm not happy, I simply just paint over it. But in this case, I can do the same. So let's put a little path, or should I do a little path there? No, let's do some more bushes and trees through here. Here. It's all about green today. I was so carried away I didn't even get to hear the lawnmower in the background. You just get so used to the noise. And we'll do another plant in here. We could call this almost like blocking in. Through there, and let's add maybe another plant in here. And another one here. And maybe another one in here like this. Turning my paintbrush around to get different angles, and I'm going to put a path through here. So you can walk up and view different sites. It's amazing how colour can set the mood, and I just love how I've got a bit of light coming in through here and the dark trees in the background here, and it's coming together quite nicely. And if I wanted to, I can go in and clean it all up later on, but it's just a demonstration video, just me playing around, because my paintings in which I do are quite tight and restricted, and I've always wanted to splash out and be free and express myself with my paintbrush a bit more, and I find doing these videos helps me do that, because painting brings out the personality in someone. You can tell someone's personality through as an artist by observing their brush strokes and the techniques in which they use, and yeah, it tells a lot about the artist. So that's why it's very important to loosen up when you paint, and I mean, it's a lot different if you have a subject in front of you and you're painting to that subject. You can paint it exact to what you see it, or you can do your own interpretation of that subject. It's entirely up to you. It all depends on what your teacher is requesting you to do. I did art at school in college for many years, and I got my school certificate and my UE in art at Selwyn College, and also photography. I don't really I don't put my heart and soul in my photographs as much as I did back then. Things are a lot different today. We used to process and develop our own film and our own negatives in a dark room. But here I'm creating something by using a paintbrush. I'm only seem to be using this one and the other one for now. I like to add a bit more detail in there, but sometimes when you add too much detail it can spoil a painting. So sometimes less is better. But when objects are close to you, it's better to make it darker, because it brings it all in perspective. It pulls the thing forward. So even putting a little bit of darkness in there brought this plant forward. Interesting, isn't it? Huntley Power Station. Waikato River running through there. A little path to go up and have a look. And you'll see a lot of branches and trees and all that floating in the water. It's quite a strong current that goes through there. And I'm not sure if there's any people who've actually taken a boat or a canoe through this river. It probably takes several days to travel along it, but there's some dams along the way, so it'll be quite challenging to try and get your boat away from those areas and continue on your journey. So there's my painting of Huntley Power Station. So thank you again for watching. Also check out the Top Twins if you get a chance. You'll see and hear or even see their programs, their funny programs they make on TVNZ, or their music, their wonderful music. So have a wonderful day, and thank you again for watching. Bye now.